Yo, what up? What up, everybody? I'm gonna wait a couple minutes to see if some more people hop in. Gonna be a chill stream today. Gonna be responding. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, pretty chill, I think. Gonna be like responding to some like comments, I guess. Answering questions. Jesus. How's everyone hanging? What up, Narrow Dragon? A lot of people did not like that Itachi versus Pain video. How's my volume, by the way? Is my volume good? Is the volume looking good right now? Five out of 10 either way. A little quiet? How about now? Is that a little better? Just here to watch the chaos today. I am Power Scale Naruto. Well, we'll be talking about Hunter x Hunter 2. Or if anyone has a question, I can answer pretty much any question about any kind of power scaling, I guess. It's just mainly going to be about that one. It's still too low? It's still too quiet? Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. What up, everybody? Might even get to some like Saitama stuff, depending on like if I decide to respond to some of those comments. Turn my headset like ×2 to hear properly. All right, we can turn it up then. Maybe it's just me. Maybe like I got super ears or something. How about now? Can you guys hear me now? Does it sound okay now? Open my can of Coca-Cola. What up, Dole? Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You did not cook with that one, BTW. I mean, bro. The Itachi versus Pain video. I think I left out a couple things, but not gonna lie, bro. I just like I don't see Pain winning. I can like think of ways he can win, but like consistently, I don't see Pain winning. I don't see it. Not really at all, I guess. Okay, no, I can see it. There's definitely ways he could win, but people were not happy with that vid. I mean, you gotta understand that like thinking I don't want to say this like it's a bad thing, but thinking Pain beats Itachi, like having Pain as the strongest Akatsuki member, is like the normie opinion, you know. And like when you look at like the Naruto community, like the YouTubers, is like they all kind of say that. I mean, the biggest Naruto YouTuber thinks Pain beats Itachi. He had a like 4 hour debate with another Naruto YouTuber as to why he thinks Pain beats Itachi. So it's like, I can understand why people think Pain beats Itachi, but I just I don't think so. And like the thing is that like I've always like been into Naruto. Well, Obito is stronger than both, to be fair, true. Um the thing is that I've always been into Naruto, and I kind of like don't I've never really talked about it on the channel just because. And I've always power scaled it, but after I started doing YouTube, I started obviously like doing One Punch Man and Hunter x Hunter, and I stopped doing Naruto because I didn't think that there was a market for it. And obviously like I still thought about those things. What up, Satori? Obviously I still thought about like power scaling in Naruto. I think especially because I watched a lot of Naruto power scalers, but like it fell out of the forefront of my mind. So I went back and I reread a lot of Shippuden, pretty much like all of Shippuden from like Kazekage Rescue to the Five Kage Summit. I reread all of it, went back, talked to a bunch of my friends who scale Naruto, talked to Thunder God, talked to like the old power scaling Instagram gang, talked to all them, and I would like. The thing is that after I read that, and I went through the data books too. After I read like that, all that shit, all that stuff from Shippuden, I was like, dang, I think Itachi just beats up Pain. And then I'd ask my friends who think Pain wins, and I was like, hey, why the heck do you think Pain beats Itachi? And the reasons were just bad. Like the reasons were just not good reasons. And so like I came in with like a seasoned mind. Like I came in with like someone who knows Naruto scaling, but also like I think I came in with a pretty like fresh perspective. Like I wasn't inhibited by bias or anything. And I just like I just looked at all the information and I was like, dang, um Itachi's just better. Have you heard about the 100 exams that's supposed to take place in Washington, D.C.? Kind of sounds like a military recruiting agency. What? I don't know what that is. Kisame legit beats all of Akatsuki except for Obito. I mean, no, Itachi would probably get jutsu him. You mentioned in the video you thought Pain won. Why was that? Or was it Normie Syndrome? Oh, like a long time ago? Probably like Normie Syndrome. I was not a good power scaler back then. I was not. I was not a good power scaler when I thought that stuff. I was not a good power scaler when I power scaled Naruto in general. I'm playing you are right now? We're on the goat. Oh my god, Kisame closes his eyes. I need to watch Naruto again or reread it. I've only watched it once. Sage Mode Naruto packs up Itachi? I mean, A, not true. B, Naruto low-key might have like a better matchup against Itachi due to a couple different things. Outside of his strongest jutsu, like Sage Naruto is more powerful than Pain if you think about it. Like here's the thing, is that like a punch from Sage Naruto is going to be stronger than a punch from Pain. And a normal jutsu from Sage Naruto is going to be stronger than a normal jutsu from Pain. Naruto just got jumped. Now, obviously, Pain's full power is stronger than Naruto's full power. And Pain would beat Naruto. But Naruto, low-key, just might have like a better matchup against Itachi. One thing in the creation of Akatsuki, Pain also does that on Orochimaru, if that's canon. I'm not sure if that is canon, but even if it is, it doesn't matter. Something to I might be misremembering that scene, but I believe even in that scene, after Orochimaru gets hit by Shinra Tensei, for one, he's fine. He's completely he's undamaged. but he's also kind of still confident he can take the Rinnegan. I might be misremembering. I'm not gonna lie. He might still be confident he can take the Rinnegan, but with Itachi, he's just like, nope, never gonna happen. That dream has died. Naruto has no counter to Itachi's Genjutsu. Naruto can close his eyes. Pain doesn't have that advantage. And Pain can just like not look at Itachi's eyes, but Naruto can literally just shut his eyeballs. Naruto also has Frog Song, which might unironically work on Itachi. Assuming he can summon Ma and Pa, which I'm sure he can. Why is Obito stronger than both? Minato says Obito stronger than Pain. And explaining Itachi versus Obito is a little weird, but I'm not going to get into that right now, to be honest. I think they're relative. Like maybe a little bit in favor of Obito. But then again, like Itachi's Susanoo weapons are kind of crazy. What's your take on prep time Itachi versus Obito? I mean, if you give Itachi prep, he can like come up with so many different crazy things, bro. I mean, just think about it. He can make up whatever he wants. I mean, Conan almost beat Obito with prep. And the difference is, I mean, think about it like this: if Conan could take into account the Izanagi that Obito used to escape her 10 billion paper bombs, Itachi knows about the Izanagi, and he knows that Obito has 10 billion Sharingan. Itachi would be able to take that into consideration, probably, if he had prep. Now, the instance with Sasuke is more questionable, because it was kind of like a last minute thing. But if Itachi like got time to prep and square up, then I don't know. Frog Song is called the Ultimate Genjutsu in the data book, so that's something to consider. It's true. It is called the Ultimate Genjutsu. Yeah, he's fine, but he mentions both the Sharingan and Rinnegan being with the Akatsuki, so he's still interested in both, but also like Orochimaru, Loki thinks he can't take on one path of pain. Well, to be fair, it was the Diva path. It was the Diva path, and something else is that Orochimaru like doesn't know that there's multiple paths of pain, presumably. Orochimaru might just be like, oh, this is pain. He's got all the powers of the Rinnegan. Plus, he got hit by like a crazy Shinra Tensei. He does know about Conley in the novels. I mean, don't get me wrong. Pain. Here's the other thing with assuming Itachi could maximize his potential, probably could. How strong would he be with the Rinnegan? That's tough. I'm not sure, because we've never really gotten to like see a character go from like Mangekyo level to Rinnegan level. Like we've never seen what that power amp looks like. Because Madara, he went from EMS to Rinnegan, but Madara didn't need the Rinnegan to beat the 5 Kage, you know? So we've never seen like, oh, does getting the Rinnegan gives you more chakra. It makes you more powerful, but by how much, you know? Anyway, the thing with the creation of the Akatsuki cutscene too is that like the whole point I was making in the video is that Itachi blitzes Orochimaru. Or like he launches his attack and Orochimaru doesn't even realize he's been stabbed until after the sword has gone through his body. The creation of the Akatsuki cutscene, that's not a blitz. That's That's a reaction feat for Pain. That's Pain reacting to Orochimaru. It's not a blitz. So it doesn't prove that Pain can blitz Orochimaru. It just proves he can react to Orochimaru. So the whole point was, okay, yeah, they can both slam the Sannin, but how do they do it? Pain does it through like packing him up. He jumps him. He hits him with 6 motherfuckers at the same time and jumps him. How does Itachi deal with Sannin? He looks at them or he blitzes them. You know, he can either just like look at them and GG, or he can blitz them and like destroy them instantly. That was the point. That's on Konohamaru damaging one of the paths of pain. More of a feat for Konohamaru than an anti-feat for Pain. Because like that path of pain was taken out, like special Jonin and stuff. It was taken on a bunch of Leaf Shinobi, but Konohamaru managed to take it out. I don't even think he fully took it out either. He just like incapacitated it. Have you read the recent chapters of Hunter x Hunter? Benolanov is goated, bro? I don't know. He might be cooked. He might be cooked. He's literally like following Hisoka around. And to be honest, like the new chapters also make Benolanov look really stupid, like intellectually. Prof, how long till your takes become good? Go back to 2022. I think everything that point forward pretty goated. Got a PS5. I'm big happy. Nice. Nice one, non-user. All right. So in a couple more minutes, we'll start picking out videos to not videos. We'll start picking out comments to react to explain. Yeah, I kind of love him now. He's moved up to my top 5 in the troop. Favoritism, I can see that, but not in terms of power. Definitely not. The 4th prince seems kind of broken. He is broken. He's definitely broken. What up, Cell? How's it hanging? I don't think Itachi or Pain are blitzing each other. I just don't generally believe characters blitzing each other, at least top tiers like Itachi and the Hokage, until you get to late war. Well, I'm not saying that Itachi could like run around or throw a kunai so fast Pain can't react. What I was trying to get at is like his Susanoo. His Susanoo can. You need to keep in mind, Itachi's Susanoo has no anti-feats, none at all. In fact, full power Itachi has no anti-feats until the war arc against Kabuto and stuff. So, who himself has no anti-feats. So you actually can't like put a hard limit on Itachi's speed aside from EMS Sasuke. And by the way, non-user, yes, we'll talk about a lot of things. We will mainly be talking about Naruto and Hunter x Hunter as well. But Itachi's Susanoo, and it is implied by Obito that the Susanoo does increase speed, just has insane speed feats. And even if you don't think that he blitzes Pain, like he's so fast Pain can't even react, I think he's considerably faster. And it's like all he has to do is swing the Totsuka blade like around, and he's so much faster. He should just be hitting the paths of pain. Like I find it kind of unbelievable that they'd all be able to dodge it, and so he'll just keep swinging around the Totsuka blade, shooting off Amaterasu if he has to, until all the paths of pain are gone. The ranking of the Akatsuki, strongest, weakest: Itachi, Obito, Pain, Kisame, Konan, Sasori, Deidara, Kakuzu, Hidan. I'd put Konan below Kakuzu. Do you think Edo Itachi is that different from Seki Itachi? We never saw him going out all out when he was alive. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. I don't like. I explained in the video that I'm not gonna be using Edo Tensei feats, but like if I'm gonna be truthful, I don't. I think like alive Itachi has all the same abilities as Edo Itachi. Because like I mean, think like a good way to put it is like, okay, it doesn't bring you back in like some amplified state. Like Nagato was not brought back at his peak. Nagato was brought back the moment he died. He literally like he exhausted himself, like straining his chakra, and that's how he came back. So like why would Edo Tensei get rid of a disease? It doesn't cure old age. It doesn't like cure chakra drain. I don't think Itachi can beat Pain. Pain doesn't completely destroy him in seconds, but I think Pain has a lot of counters to Itachi. To be honest, he only really has two or three counters, if I'm going to be honest. How do you justify Itachi's stamina in your video when he's using drugs to prolong his life? Is that ever stated? Oh no, I know he used drugs to prolong his life, but what does that have to do with his stamina? He was still suffering greatly due to the disease. What do you mean drugs is an SBA? It's a version of Itachi. Definitely the alive Itachi being this KCM2 level opponent is bull. Well, he's not KCM2 level. KCM2 would slam Itachi. First, Shigaraki versus Naruto? I'm not sure. I haven't read My Hero in a long time. Why Konan below Kakuzu when she defeated True Sasori? I don't believe that the creation of the Akatsuki is canon. Part 1, Amaterasu and 1 Tsukiyomi is enough to make him cautious. I'm fairly certain Itachi was lying there. Because Itachi said I was forced to use the Mangekyo twice. But we know he wasn't forced to in any capacity because he chose to use the Tsukuyomi on Kakashi. I think it's very likely that Itachi was just saying that to like convince Kisame to run away. Especially considering in much worse condition, he could use it multiple times. Plus stamina is a factor which Pain has more of. I don't think stamina will become a factor. I think Itachi would win before stamina becomes a problem. What form does Naruto need to be full power and full HP Tatsumaki depending on where you scale Naruto? Probably KCM2 or Sage Mode Kabuto. Not Sage Mode Kabuto, Sage Mode KCM2. Drugs that prolong life are obviously tied to stamina. If they extend his life, that means an extension of time he wouldn't die. No, that's okay. Death Reaper. That's not how that works. In fact, you can't even prove that Itachi was still on the drugs by the time he fought Sasuke. He might have stopped taking the drugs because he knew he was going to die anyway. I know people think alive Itachi no sickness is drastically above his Edo self. I wouldn't say drastically. But I think like stats wise he is. I think Edo Itachi is 100% better in a fight because obviously he has regeneration. He's got less issues with stamina. I think his stamina issues are over exaggerated, but he doesn't have like the best stamina or anything. He doesn't have to worry about that with Edo. Edo Itachi is definitely better than alive Itachi, but like physically in terms of like power, that's headcanon. You can't just present that as a possibility with no evidence. Zetsu said he was taking them in a time frame directly related to the arc. Zetsu wasn't talking about. Zetsu didn't ever mention the drugs. It was Obito. Obito just said he prolonged his life with medicine. Why you don't believe the creation of the Akatsuki video where Kishimoto worked on the video and the staff? I haven't heard too many deets about the creation of the Akatsuki with Kishimoto's involvement, so I'm not sure. Imagine fighting a guy and he's on his deathbed and he's still wiping the floor with you. Yeah, like, to be honest, I just think, like, in the video, I was talking about, like, Itachi the day that he dies. You know? Or, like, Itachi, like, sometime before that. You know, vaguely before that. Like, literally, not literally the day that he dies, you know? So, like, it would just be, like, Sasuke fight Itachi with slightly better stamina. Because he's not going to die, you know? And it's in that version that he did all his goated feats. Pain doesn't know if he can repel Amaterasu. Nagato only did it after Kabuto took control of his body. That's not true. I believe it was actually right before that Nagato did it. I need to double check though. I've seen people say non-sickness Itachi over Madara. That's just not true. Itachi W prayers were answered. Oh God. Oh God. I need to give it to him. I had to do him like that. Thanks for the 2, man. I appreciate it. Another thing, Death Reaper, you were saying earlier, like, drugs is not SBA. We don't have another version of Itachi. You know, like, we don't know enough about part 1 Itachi. If you're gonna be like you know, we don't know all these things. Like, we don't know if he had the Toes complete. We just don't know that much. So, like, that is the only version of Itachi we know. We don't know what he's like when he's not on drugs. Probably got between Barry and Naruto and bloodlusted current Vegito. What the hell kind of question is that, Zill? What kind of question? You're asking me to compare a Beerus rival to a Uzaru victim? No, I'm playing, but no, it's Vegito. I heard somewhere that Madara was merely performing a test when he took on the entire Shonen Alliance at the beginning to see how OP Hashirama cells were. Is this true? He was playing around. I don't know if he was doing a test. I think actually he was probably like testing like what his current abilities are like. Because obviously he's been dead. And before he was dead, he was an old man connected to a giant statue. So, you know, he kind of just wanted to, especially because he had never been in Edo Tensei before. My mistake wasn't Zetsu. Point still stands. Obito says that over... Sorry, I touched my microphone. Over a flashback of the fight with Sasuke, which Itachi was coughing up blood. He also hints earlier in the arc Itachi doesn't have much longer left. Yes, because... Okay, that doesn't have anything to do with the drugs, though. Like, if anything, that's saying that, like, oh, the drugs can, like, prolong his life, but they're not gonna last very long. Or that that Itachi stopped taking the drugs, so he's gonna start dying. Def was playing around there. No way a Reg Jonin could have lasted 5 seconds. I mean, that guy might have just been cracked. And like I said, Death Reaper, that's the only version of Itachi we have. Wouldn't Pain know about the Sharingan and how to counter it? Most people know about the Sharingan, and they still get beat up. Anyway, Prof, when are we getting an updated Bang versus Flashy video? Never. Okay, this is clearly some mental gymnastics. Of course, this has to do with the drugs. Literally, yes, but the drugs don't, like... Either we argue we just consider Itachi with the drugs because that's the only version of Itachi we have. Or we say he's just got better stamina before this. Death Reaper, I'm not assuming he stopped taking them. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I don't think it matters because that's the only version of Itachi we have. You can convince me Obito gets beaten by Pain, then Itachi beating either Obito than Pain. Pain definitely has a better matchup against Obito. I think Obito is stronger. Obito's like a more powerful fighter, but Pain has a good matchup against him. Obito does not do good against groups. I mean, let's be real. Like, cause what he's gonna absorb the Preda path right into Kamui, and then he's gonna like he's gonna like go intangible to okay. Let me put it like this. Let's say Obito's fighting all 6 paths of pain, and so like he goes in, he's like bomb, dodge, use Kamui, Shinra Tensei, boom, Kamui doesn't hit him. So then he absorbs the Preda path into Kamui to make him disappear. And so then Pain goes for Shinra Tensei again, and Obito uses Kamui to phase out of it. But then the Preda path is just in the Kamui realm, and is going to suck up his chakra when Obito can't like handle it. It's going to be like the same thing as when KCM Naruto and Kakashi tag teamed Obito. It's just a bad matchup. Since Obito absorbs any of the paths, he puts himself in a bad condition. Exactly. Also, wouldn't Universal Pull get Itachi out of the Susanoo? Also, Chibaku Tensei was broken, but the full Nine Tails manifestation and the second one was destroyed by beating Naruto and Obito. I don't think Universal Pull would pull him out of the Susanoo, but I don't think that's good for Pain either. I mean, because think about it. Once Pain uses Bansho Tenin, he's gonna pull Itachi in, and then he has 5 seconds before he can use it again. And then Itachi's just in close range. Itachi can just shoot off like a point blank Amaterasu, and then the Diva Path can't do anything because it has 5 seconds before it can use its abilities again. You can use Amaterasu or like Genjutsu, just take it down before it can do anything. The entire Akatsuki versus Boruto Sakura, low key. Thoughts on Saitama versus Naruto? No comment. You can't convince me Obito. You already saw it. Itachi shouldn't be able to break Chibaku Tensei on his own. To be honest, I don't think he needs to, but I do think it's possible. You can't convince me Obito beats Game Universe. I'm sorry, I don't understand exactly what you're saying. But you have to convince me even harder. Dimension Slash is 5D and I won't be convinced otherwise. No comment. Sakura one-shots the War Arc Sakura RE beats most of them. He can pull him into other paths even if something happens to Diva. Yeah, but most of the other paths of Pain are featless. That's the thing. The only other path of Pain with good feats, if I'm being honest, is the Animal Path, which has like doesn't really have close range feats. It just summons animals. And the Preda Path. The Preda Path is pretty strong, but the rest of them, like, to be honest, they don't really do anything. Instead of just beat up randoms. Itachi can be attacked by... Yeah. Literally any character in Boruto beats the entire Akatsuki. Okay, calm down. I think it would. Susanoo doesn't really protect the opponent from being pulled from it. We don't know that, though. Dang, the no comment makes me sad on Naruto versus Saitama. I don't want to, like... I'm kind of like in limbo as to how I feel about Saitama's like full power right now. I'm like debating it in my head about where I think he scales. Preda Path is goated is pretty strong. Let me in, we'll see. We're talking about Naruto and Hunter x Hunter, bro. What are you gonna add to the conversation? Asura has good feats, tags Jiraiya and tags Jiraiya, off guard Jiraiya. Literally stated to be off guard, so not a very good feat. Jiraiya slower than Itachi anyway. And intercepts Naruto's attack on Diva. I'm afraid I don't recall that. What's the weakest character that can solo the Akatsuki? Maybe Minato? Maybe KCM Minato. Or Kakashi, maybe. War Kakashi. Death Reaper Jiraiya. Uh, damn, a lot of people in here today. I thought the limit only applied to Almighty Push. No, it applies to all of them. Also, the Diva Path is strong. Beat Sage Mode Naruto and fought Six Tails Naruto. I mean, he's strong. Just not stronger than Itachi. Thoughts on Naruto versus Lord Boros? Naruto for sure. Gaara and Isaiah was able to pull Madara out? Well, yeah, because they went inside the Susanoo. Can you, okay, think about it like this. Would Almighty Pull, I know, what's it called? Universal Pull, would it like, does it bypass targets? Like, let's say Itachi is standing behind a wall. There's a wall between Pain and Itachi. And Pain wants to pull Itachi. Does it just go through the wall, or does it have to pull the wall down first? You know, how does the targeting work? We don't know. Prof, how long do you reread Chainsaw Man and drop White Makimon next Gojo? Never. Prof, Sakura versus Hinata? Probably Sakura. Not off guard. He speaks before attacking and moves while Jiraiya turns his head. Sage mode also has danger sensing. He had Ma and Pa. Yeah, and all of them were off guard. It's literally, Jiraiya literally told Ma and Pa, for one, they were exhausted. They just used Frog Song. And Jiraiya literally was like, hey, you two should calm down. You two should take a little rest. And obviously, we don't know if imperfect Sage mode has danger sensing. We only know that perfect Sage mode does. So I don't know if Jiraiya has that. Jiraiya actually has a special ability called Barrier Battle Arts, which kind of does the same thing, but obviously he wasn't using it at the time because he needs to hold his hands together to use it. So, no, Jiraiya was off guard. Pain literally was like, you are not supposed to drop your guard. I mean, you know, pretty clear. Now, Itachi thought base Jiraiya was a threat when he was healthier. Yeah, yep, okay. We're so yeah. Itachi, his plan was totally to murder Jiraiya. That's what Itachi's plan was to kidnap Naruto and fulfill the wishes of the Akatsuki, leaving the Leaf Village completely undefended. Yep, totally valid, totally true. Yep, Itachi, he just hated the Leaf Village deep down. He wanted to kidnap Naruto. He wanted to kill Jiraiya. You know, he had no choice but to run away. Yep, totally true. Nah, Minato Hokage base? Nah, I don't think Hokage Minato is gonna take down like Obito with help. I think that's a good way to put it. Obito with help. That was already a pretty tough fight. No, Itachi thought base Jiraiya. Oh, I already answered that one. Other than Naruto, do you think the Akatsuki is a stronger group than the 5 Kage? Yes. Well, teamwork, baby. I'm not sure. Power creep has gotten so bad in Boruto that the Akatsuki are completely outdated. Well, that's power. That's kind of how it was by the war arc, to be honest. I think pre-Rose Merriam in terms of power and combat reaction is 1,000 times faster than sound. Maybe. That sounds about right. 1,000 times faster than sound. Would all 5 Kage beat alive Itachi? I'd need to think about that. I mean, I think the 5 Kage together would beat Pain. So I need to think about that. Did you see the new Opium volume statement? No. There's no Killua versus Veiton's video leak? I thought I put it in there. I'll fix it in a second. But does dropping your guard lower your durability or something? I mean, think about it. Like, they enhance their durability with chakra, especially in Sage Mode. You need to run Sage Mode. Think about it like this. The way Jiraiya's Sage Mode works is he uses Ma and Pa to keep replenishing his Sage Mode energy, right? More Sage Mode energy equals stronger Sage Mode. And then after he thinks he beat Pain, he's like, okay, you two can rest. So they're not making more Sage Chakra. They stopped making Sage Chakra. So he should be losing Sage Chakra every second. They're not making more of it. So yes, he would actually be losing Sage Chakra. I guess you could say, like, he should still be more durable than base Jiraiya. But it's not a full power, like, Sage Mode Jiraiya or anything. How far is peak Genos making in Naruto? That's a tough one. you think Gon is going to pursue relearning Nen? Probably eventually. All right, let me. This. Oh damn, it didn't work. All right, I'll add the link right now. Think being off guard even in real life can lower your durability? I mean, yeah, dude. Think about it. Like if someone punches you in the gut when you flex your muscles. Someone punches you in the gut when you flex your muscles versus when you don't flex your muscles. It's a good way to think about it. Okay, there should be a link now for Phaeton versus Killua. Prof, what win cons does OM Obito really have against Minato? I mean, Kamui. He could pull it off. But it's not just like, I think Minato would beat Orange Mask Obito. But it's like, okay, he's got to fight Obito and Pain and Itachi and Kakuzu and Kisame. In the last volume cover, it stated Garo's power erupted after fighting Bang. Out of context, but okay. I already know about that. That's just out of context. Erupted wouldn't necessarily mean like more. Prof, where you scale Hunter speed? Like the speed of lightning? Saw people arguing Yellow Mask Obito over Orange Mask Obito. What's your thought on that? I mean, Yellow Mask Obito is kind of objectively like more dangerous. The chains are crazy. He's got the 9. Depending on your interpretation, he has the 9 tails. So, you know, there's that. I mean, dude, like, imagine if, like, Obito didn't sick the 9 tails on the village, and he was like, hey, 9 tails, like, come help me fight Minato. Yellow Mask Obito versus Omen is such a dumb debate. In my opinion, even Kakashi, who was wrestling in part 1, was much stronger than a kid variant with a Sharingan. Yeah, but I wouldn't... Kakashi didn't have the 9 tails, so... He also had the chains. So there's that. Can part 1 Naruto beat Meruem? I don't know. Meruem's like new calculations for his Rage Blast are pretty impressive. Unless you think Naruto scales to a pretty considerable portion of Biju. If he scales to a pretty considerable portion of the Biju's power, then probably above Meruem. Thoughts on Henry's ability? Cool. He does have a cool ability. It's creative. What are the new calcs for Meruem's Rage Blast? Like mountain level. Which is like dramatically below the Biju, but does Naruto scale to the Biju? Hard to say. Thoughts on FTL, MFTL, Hunter x Hunter? FTL is okay. There's definitely interpretations for FTL. I don't know about MFTL. Doesn't sound about right. How much for a Super Saiyan God Yain video? 10 to 15 minutes. Not gonna send it right now, but just curious. Oh man. Oh. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to be honest. JJJJ. And this is not me trying to be like greedy, but you gotta consider. Consider the factors of doing a Super Saiyan God Ian video. I need to pay the editor to do that. And if it's like a 10-minute video, that's going to be bare minimum, like almost $100 right off the bat, depending on, it depends on a couple of factors, but 10 to 15 minute video for Super Saiyan God Ian. That's going to be, that's an expensive video to make right off the bat. And then I need to consider the fact that that is going to destroy my analytics because nobody is going to watch it. I would say probably $350 to $500. Now for that's like an April Fool's video. Yeah, it would be a funny April Fool's video. Now, like for like a normal video, like depending on the topic, I can go lower because like I can like go lower if I think the video will perform well enough. But like if it's a video that I'm assuming is just gonna fumble, then I do have to charge a wee bit more. That calc is so cap. I'm not a math guy, so I haven't analyzed it. But, yeah. And Blast versus Jubito equal speed. Blast is just too powerful, man. What is Jubito, like, planet level? Blast, like, looks at galaxy-level explosions, like, points his finger away, and it's gone. Exaggerating, but, you know. I know their MFTL calcs for Hunter x Hunter established and maybe by Lucifer. There is even an inaccessible speed interpretation in the Marin versus Netero. I'm just going to say right now, that's probably not true. When you say calcs, do you mean like he calculated a feat or like he did calc stacking? Because those are two very different things, man. Am I stupid? What is a Super Saiyan God Ian? Go watch the last stream, David. Go watch the last stream right now. Obito 6 Jinchuriki Path of Pain versus 5 Kage. Obito's for sure. He's just winning for sure. Okay, we need to start looking at comments. I've seen Lucifer's Discordance 100% calc stacking. Well then, yeah. Do you think the first Prince... Oh, would the Chameleon camouflage work on the Sharingan? No. Because the Sharingan can see chakra. Do you think first Prince Benjamin would do good in Bakuverse? Maybe like the beginning of the show. Took out a lion. Wrestled a lion with his bare hands. If you look at comments, you should put them on screen. I am going to put them on screen. He's never... The Jinchuriki can probably solo the Kage. I don't know if the Jinchuriki alone can. Then again, they are Edo Tensei. I was thinking they probably blitz most of the Kage. Well, no, because Killer B could keep up with them. Killer B ain't blitzing the Kage. I think Killer B's gonna blitz the 5 Kage. I used to argue like that, I guess, but that was a long time ago. Damn! I just asked to give your opinion on... Dang, JGJ! Dang! On how far Super Saiyan God Yang gets in Dragon Ball Z? Oh my god. Okay, so. Okay, so. Okay. So, oh man. I was about to start pulling up comments and then this happened. Oh my god. Okay, so. For the people that don't remember, uh, a week or two ago, I think 2 weeks ago, we did a live stream doing a One Punch Man tier list, and JJJJ donated like $50 to get Ian to the top of the list. Hold up, I gotta pull up all the abilities he has again. He basically like dropped like $5 every time he wanted to give Ian a new ability. I gotta answer this now. JJJ goated. I gotta find the list I made of all his abilities. Alright, so guys, think about like Ian from One Punch Man. Give him like immunity to time travel. Give him the Almighty from Bleach. He's got fighting spirit from Metal Bat. He has a cosmic Garo level god buff with Dimension Slash. He's got a cosmic Garo level god amp and Dimension Slash. He's got a 179 times multiplier on his speed and strength. On top of that, he's got Zombie Man regeneration, and he's got Mastered Ultra Instinct. And then after all that, he trained with Whis for 200 years in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Bro, I think bro, not gonna lie, I think he'd cook Dragon Ball Z. I think he'd lose to Super Saiyan God Goku from the Battle of Gods, but I think he solos Dragon Ball Z. Like, what are they gonna do when he goes to Dimension Slash all of them? Nothing. They got nothing on that. All that to... Oh my god! Big fella with the 10! All that to still be an Okami Itachi victim? I mean, hey, he's got Dimension Blade, but he doesn't have Air Blade. It's a godlike technique, apparently, to Bushido, so... He can train for 100 years with Whis, but does he as talented as Goku? Well, he's not Goku, but like 200 years with angel training. It's pretty notable. Episode 1 Natsu versus Episode 1 Naruto. I haven't seen One Piece or Fairy Tail. Depending on how this guy you handle Dimension Slash, you could argue him soloing Super as well. You can't. No. I think Dimension Slash should still cap at early Super. Prof, what are your thoughts on Boruto? I've read parts of the manga. I'm not gonna say I read most of it because I haven't read most of it. But I've read parts of the manga. It's okay. The art is not very good. But I can't do better art, so I'm not gonna criticize too much. You can easily argue Dimension Slash being 5D. I mean, you can argue it being 6D, but I don't think you can really get it to 5D, reasonably speaking. Darkshine slams abandoned Awakening Red Bang. I'm so used to saying abandonment from the old days. Fight me. Thanks for the money, Zill. I appreciate it. I'm gonna use that to buy McDonald's. Super Saiyan. It's paying for my McDonald's today, Zill. Alright, we're going to start talking about some comments now. I'm still going to keep talking, obviously, about stuff in the chat, but we're going to start doing some comments. This is such a funny, like, background. Prof, have you read Toriko? I have not. I have no foreseeable plans to. JJ, just hit me with the, I'm gonna give a buff. $13.99 for the buff, mind you. He gets immunity to any mind hacks unless it's a 6 to 5D mind being. He also gets all of Pain's abilities. Okay, so he's got the Rinnegan now. He's got the Rinnegan, and mind you, Pain doesn't just have the Rinnegan. Pain has a lot of other abilities. Pain has the Rainmaker Jutsu, so we can make rain now. He has the art of impersonation. He's got all 5 nature transformations. So he's got like a bunch of elemental powers. He got like crazy eyes now. He can like see things all cool. See, the thing is, so with these mind hacks, with this mind hacks resistance, my bad. The thing is that most characters in Dragon Ball don't use mind hacks. So I don't think that would actually get him farther in Dragon Ball. I think he's still losing to Battle of Gods Goku. I guess he'd be immune to like Beerus's like paralysis aura, like that he used on Vegeta. But it doesn't get him much farther, to be honest. Dimension slash is above causality, something the 4th dimension is bound by. It's not above causality. It's outside the causality of the universe, of a 3D universe. Buff was more so no one can say he's an Itachi victim. Alright. Valid. Well, even if he did get hit by Genjutsu, he does have mastered Ultra Instinct, so his body would move on its own. Favorite Dragon Ball character? I want to say I want to say either it's got to be Piccolo or Goku. Yeah, Piccolo or Goku. Okay, let's start talking about this comment here. let's start talking about some comments on the video. If anyone else has something to say about the video, then say it. What do you think of Daima so far? I honestly have not watched it. Can the 5 Kage beat Orochi? I think so. Actually, no. Probably not. Well, that might be a topic, I'm not gonna lie. I want to say I lean towards Orochi, though. Pain wins. Most Naruto characters can't counter Itachi. Pain can. Well, yeah, Pain has counters on Itachi, but Itachi also has counters on Pain. Like just having a counter on a character doesn't mean instant win. In my experience, arguments for Pain winning are basically just arguments from incredulity. On God. It's just like, they just can't believe that Itachi's that strong. Like, I literally was like, oh yeah, Itachi fought KCM Naruto. And they were like, you really believe Itachi scales to KCM Naruto? And I was like, what? It happened on screen. All right. So this is from Bronzemon Morgan. So Pain literally fought the entire Leaf Village, then Sage Naruto, still beat Sage Naruto, then fought Six Tails Naruto, then Naruto gets out of jail free card, gets respawned outside Shibaka Tensei with no injuries really, then barely beats Pain. Now mind you, consider this. He says this right here, with no injuries really. No injuries really. That's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. Do you know why I think that's interesting? It's because Pain never did damage to Sage Mode Naruto. He never did. He never took any damage. He never damaged Sage Naruto. Isn't that interesting? Isn't it interesting that Pain never did any damage to Sage Mode Naruto? Now, mind you, he was not trying to kill Sage Mode Naruto, but still. Fighting the village doesn't matter too much. It's a good feat, but it's fighting the village like a bunch of randoms. Hachi's illness is also tied to his stamina. The more he uses his Mangekyo, the worse his illness gets. So unless it's a hypothetical Itachi with no illness, once he starts using the Mangekyo, the clock starts ticking on how long he has to win. I mean, not really. Itachi used the Mangekyo like 7 times against Sasuke, on top of the Susanoo. Or Susanoo. That was not a fight, it was a slaughter. Yeah, but like the thing is it doesn't matter. Because we've seen how Pain operates when he's at full power. We've seen what Pain is capable of when he's at full power. He was at full power against Jiraiya. He was also technically at full power against Naruto. That is stated in the manga, mind you. Even though he was missing some abilities, he was at his full capacity. And so while Itachi might not be able to fight the entire Leaf Village because he doesn't have the energy to spam his abilities on like 10,000 ninja, and Pain does, that doesn't mean that Pain has more power or more speed. Oh yeah, no, I was just saying. I didn't think you were disagreeing. I was just saying. I've never seen someone give a solid illness-related anti-feat. Yeah, the thing is that Itachi, while having his illness, is still like extremely strong. Itachi also needed help to beat the Shibaka Tensei when he found Nagato. He couldn't have done it alone. Well, Nagato is stronger than Pain. Nagato is stronger than Pain, and Itachi was not at full power. So actually, you can't While you cannot prove that Itachi could just shatter the Chibaku Tensei, you can't prove that he can't either. It's kind of in that weird gray area because Itachi just wasn't at full power and Nagato stronger than Pain. So can full power Itachi destroy Pain's Chibaku Tensei? We don't know. There are several other points. I just go, okay, it's whatever. Someone explain how Itachi takes out Pain. I have arguments. Genjutsu, Amaterasu, Susanoo. Let's find another juicy comment. Oh dang, I found a beefy comment. Found a beefy comment. I found a big boy comment. Itachi's win cons is just him looking at Pain. Well, I mean, I think the main win con is Susanoo. Still stated his abilities in one body is stronger than splitting them up. Amaterasu countered by Preta and Diva. Susanoo is chakra absorbed by Preta, or he can Bancho Tenin it away, or Chibaku Tensei Genjutsu, which means he doesn't need to look at Itachi at all. Okay, so Amaterasu gets countered by Preta and Diva. Okay, so he can just Amaterasu the other 4 paths of Pain. They're not going to be able to protect each other all the time. So, you know, just Amaterasu Asura path, Amaterasu human path, Amaterasu Naraka path. Susanoo, it doesn't matter if the Preta path can absorb the Susanoo, because the Susanoo is just too fast. I'm not going to lie, bro. Susanoo Itachi just blitzes the paths of Pain. He's too fast. Maybe not blitzes them, but he's just way, way faster. Chibaku Tensei won't come out because Itachi's so fast. Shared vision doesn't mean he needs to look at Itachi at all. They still need to look at Itachi to know where he is. I think one possible threat is the chameleon. If the Sharingan can't see its chakra while invisible, and it's possible. I don't know why. Well, I guess something to consider is that the toads couldn't sense it. They used like their other abilities to sense it. Naruto couldn't sense it either when he was in KCM. So maybe Itachi might not be able to see it. Itachi is also a sensory. He has a sensory. He has sensory abilities, and he has the Sharingan. So I don't know. I guess that could go either way. The Mangekyo Sharingan is stated to be able to see like all things in existence, which is obviously an exaggeration. Obviously, it can't see everything in the whole universe at the same time, but you get the idea, you know. Susanoo gives you a speed amp? Yes. Obito called the Susanoo, like, when Obito was noting, like, the Susanoo, he was like, it's a super fast, super powerful, compared to, like, base Sasuke. So the Susanoo does increase Sasuke's base speed. Yeah, I didn't mean that he's literally a sensory type. I just mean he's like, oh, he's good at sensing stuff, you know. Except Itachi can't destroy the Chibaku Tensei because it stated they needed to attack the core simultaneously, and Itachi by himself wouldn't be able to do that. That's stated for Nagato's Chibaku Tensei. That's not stated for Pain's Chibaku Tensei. Pain is weaker than Nagato, and that was not full power Itachi. So can full power Itachi destroy Pain's Chibaku Tensei? We don't know. Is this live Itachi Edo sick or healthy? The video was sick Itachi. Okay, we're going to go over 2 other comments for the Itachi versus Pain video, and then we'll go over some of the Hunter x Hunter stuff too. We'll find a Hunter x Hunter comment to go over. All right. I think it only applies to Sasuke's arrow. No, I'm pretty sure this is before he even had the arrow. The arrow was part of his armored Susanoo, but this was with the skeleton Susanoo. What the strongest Kakashi needs to beat up Part 1 here's in Orochimaru? Probably when he fought Obito. Maybe he meant attack speed. I have a hard time believing it makes you faster since characters are never portrayed to be faster. Not like, I don't think the Susanoo necessarily runs faster than Itachi runs. But yes, Itachi's attack speed with the Susanoo is crazy. He blitzed Orochimaru multiple times. Kakuzu fight Kakashi or Pain arc Kakashi? I don't think either of those two are taking on Hiruzen or Orochimaru. Maybe one-on-one, but definitely not at the same time. Kakuzu fight Kakashi, like, could barely handle Kakuzu. I don't think he's beating Hiruzen. So let's look at this comment from Dimension Visitor. I don't know if you did it into... Even after seeing Amaterasu, Geki still thinks Killer Bee doesn't need to go full 8 Tails mode to slam Team Taka. Well, when he's in 8 Tails mode, he's a bigger target. Like a normal version 2 Killer Bee might have just not got hit by it. Killer Bee also just finished an intense training session right before Taka showed up, so he's nerfed for the full height. I mean, he doesn't show any injuries, and he doesn't show any indication of fatigue. So I don't think I'd say he was nerfed. Jiraiya's 2 Toad Sage who are arguably individual. Um, um, I'm not sure what the point of this is. That Sage Jiraiya stronger than Hydra Orochimaru. I don't know what the point of that is. Man, responding to comments is low-key kind of boring. Might take 5 Kage Sama Kakashi to beat Orochimaru. He does Kamui away Sasuke's Susanoo arrow. Maybe. But can you do that to Orochimaru and Hiruzen at the same time? I don't think so. Jiraiya only did as well as he did against all 6 Baz because he didn't fight them seriously. As a reminder, Diva Preta combo is a one-shot to even stage Naruto. Debatable. Hold up. I'm gonna go back and look at that interaction. I'll go back and look at that interaction. Though Naruto is different. I mean, Jiraiya is different than Naruto. And Jiraiya has Manpa. Also, the comparison was always more about speed than like, does Jiraiya scale the pain? I need to find Naruto versus Pain. Guessing that's gonna be in the 420s. No, go a little further. Now I went too far. I went too far back. Let's try 434. Let's see. Okay, so to be fair about this, like, so chapter 434, this guy's saying that like the combination of the Diva and Preta Path should be able to neg Pain and can neg Naruto, but like the thing is that like this only even happens because Naruto is kind of just like standing there, like he's not actively fighting Pain. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think this would really apply to Itachi. Itachi's not just gonna stand there trying to figure out Pain's jutsu. Saying there's a chance Pain loses to Jiraiya is pretty unreliable. Well, I mean, Zetsu thought it was believable Jiraiya could give him a hard fight. Um, and Obito thought it was believable. They both thought it was believable that Jiraiya could put up a fight against Pain. And Obito probably didn't even know about Sage Mode. So, like, do they think that, like, is Orochimaru able to put up a fight against Itachi? Probably not. Pain just clowned on him despite only having one body left. What was the Diva Path? Dang, JJJJ back at it again with a 6.99. Thank you, JJJ. Where would you rank Knuckles Hunter x Hunter if he was 58.98 times more durable and 3.9 times faster? Okay, this is interesting. So, like, the Royal Guards, they're about 10 times stronger than Knuckle, give or take. A little bit more. But are they 60 times stronger than Knuckle? I don't think so. I don't think Yuppie is 50 times stronger than Knuckle. And so, like, he's for sure above Royal Guard level. For sure. I don't think Yuppie is 4 times faster than Knuckle either. Maybe Pito is. But Yuppie ain't. But, like, I don't even know if Pito is 4 times faster than Knuckle either. So, like, Knuckles for sure above Royal Guard level. But is he Meruem level? Is he Meruem level? Do we think that Knuckle is... Do we think Meruem is 60 times stronger than Knuckle? Nah, I don't... Ooh, this is hard. This is a tough question. I'm not gonna lie. Think brain. Is Meruem like 6 times stronger than the Royals? Actually, with post Rose, he probably is. Yeah. Okay. So I think Knuckle could maybe beat base Meruem. That one's a maybe. That one's a strong maybe. But post Rose Meruem is too powerful. Boros and Monster Garo versus Jubito. I want to say Jubito. I think Jubito is too, like, hacksy. Anyway, thank you for the 5 but I think Jubito, like, I think they're in comparable tiers of power. But I think Jubito just has too much hacks. Truth Seeker orbs are something else. Jubito is too slow. I don't know much about Naruto speed scaling, to be honest. So That's something to consider, but I want to lean towards Jubito just on account of hacks. The duality of man right there. Jubito too slow. Jubito blitzes both. That Hunter x Hunter guy. Itachi over Pain. So true, King. I was planning on responding to more comments. Like, I'll answer any questions about the videos, I guess, but like, I don't know. Like reading these just kind of like feels like a nothing burger. Feels like nothing. Think like it would be more engaging if I could like if I debated Pain defenders on stream. That would be more engaging because I could go over like everything in one go. But I don't think I can like sit here and read comments the whole time. Mm-hmm. Have you read Kagurabachi? Not yet, but I do plan on it. Reading Kagurabachi is in the cards. Ian beats Bolt, negative diff? I mean, Super Saiyan God Ian. I mean, this is like soloing Dragon Ball Z. He's got 4D mind tax resistance. What's Itachi doing? What's Pain doing, for that matter? They aren't soloing Dragon Ball Z. How far does 23rd Budokai Goku get in Naruto? Like, he's like, like anywhere between like Hashirama level to like Jubito level, somewhere around that area. Ninetales is like a planetary threat. Goku multiple times above moon level. Saitama is Limitless, Cope, and Seethe. I mean, Saitama could be 4D. I'm going to be honest. Saitama could be 4D. Thoughts on normal Ian versus Homelander? Thank you for the 2, by the way. Thoughts on normal Ian versus Homelander. I'm actually working on a Homelander video right now. I gotta say Ian. In all honesty, as sad as it sounds, I gotta say Ian. Unless you highball Homelander to the extreme and say he actually like scales above every single weapon on the planet, then Ian should cook. Even then, to be honest, Ian might still cook. Saitama has 40 AP at this point. Let's be honest, he might. I'm gonna reserve my I've been talking to people, like thinking things through. I'm going to reserve giving like a public opinion yet, just because like I don't want to say anything until I'm super sure. But you know, It's definitely a pretty solid interpretation, I think. I feel like every Homelander vid is him getting destroyed unless it's inside of the boys. Well, Homelander's like he has a very punchable face. You know, with city level relativistic scaling. More like large town level, depending on which calculations you destroy you use. But like a generous mid ball would be large town level, town to large town level. Saitama Def has stronger arguments currently. He is getting better arguments. He the verbiage that they're using. I talked about this with power scaler buddy of mine, Noodles. A lot of the verbiage that One and Murata are using is like literally like very indicative of like power scaling jargon. Like they throw a lot of power scaly words in there, probably because they like heard people like saying Saitama is this level, Saitama is that level, Saitama can do this, Saitama loses to Goku. And they were like, nah, let's beef up our boy. So they are using very power scaly words when they do all this god stuff. So the arguments are getting stronger. Imagine if like think about it like this. Like this is an assumption, like, oh, they hear people talking all this trash about Saitama losing to Goku, so they're gonna upscale him, right? Like it's a fun theory. But like think about it like imagine if Toriyama wasn't like a crazy old man and he saw the death battle Goku versus Superman and was like nah, I want Goku to be above that, like he heard all the people saying Goku can't beat Superman, he's like, nah, I gotta get my boy above that, you know. Even if you don't think Dimension Slash is 5D, it is a higher dimensional attack, and Saitama stopped it with a finger casually, so bare minimum 40 feet. It's just a fact. I wouldn't call it a fact. I'd say there's still interpretation to be had. You could say it's an attack that is launched from a higher dimension, but isn't necessarily like a higher dimensional attack, if that makes sense. Okay, non-user, you need to open your mind up to multiple interpretations, dude. You cannot be like so like, I understand if that is your interpretation. I'm not even arguing that my interpretation is correct, but you know, but you gotta acknowledge that there's multiple ways to interpret it. Like anytime you kind of get into higher dimensionality, things are going to get interpretive. We can also debunk Goku scaling Battle of Gods. You can. I'm not saying you can't. You can kind of do that with a lot of things. I just think that Goku's stuff is a lot more explicit because the thing is with Goku's stuff in Battle of Gods is it's not reliant on I guess higher dimensionality. Like it's literally just stated, oh, they're gonna destroy the universe. They're gonna destroy the universe. They're gonna destroy the universe. They're not like Blast isn't going, oh, Empty Void is gonna destroy the universe. They're saying Empty Void is attacking from a higher dimension. There's a lot more vagueness with that than there is with they're going to destroy the universe, they're going to destroy the universe, they're going to destroy the universe. Can you be a skeptic? Can you be skeptical with that stuff? Sure. But I think one is a bit more explicit and complicated. Not complicated. One is a lot more explicit and one is a lot more vague. They're having interpretations and there's just not accepting facts. Dude, for one, like in the confines of like a fictional conversation, a fact is like a hard thing to come by. It's a very hard thing to come by. Like an objective fact, like an objective, indisputable fact is a hard thing to come by. We're talking about like higher dimensionality, dude. There's many different ways to interpret it. Super Saiyan God can destroy a universe, then why have countless characters that are way past the level of battle gods have no feats near universal? There's a lot of feats that are there's a lot of other universal feats in Dragon Ball Super. But like if you want to go that route, then like okay, so Saitama and Empty Void, they're supposed to be 4D. They're supposed to be able to blow away. Saitama and Garo, they blew away galaxies, but they barely leave a small crater when Saitama punches Garo into the moon. Saitama's sneeze doesn't destroy the core of Jupiter. Like what? Why can't this multi-galaxy to 4D level being leave more than a little crater on the ground? Are we gonna say that invalidates the feat? Dimension Slash is verbatim stated to be higher dimensional interference. No, it's stated to be interference from a higher dimension. It is something from a higher dimension coming down into the real universe and affecting it. That doesn't mean that the attack itself is above universal. Saitama's sneeze wasn't him intentionally trying to strike. You're right. It was just a sneeze. He shouldn't have should not have any control over it. In fact, if Saitama can sneeze like that and blow away Jupiter, why doesn't every single time he takes a step or moves his arm around, like shake the entire planet? Why doesn't he shatter the whole planet every time he takes a step? Dude, but by definition, that's higher dimensional. Well, you see, that's the thing. It depends. Do you think existing in a higher dimension makes you higher dimensional, or do you think you could enter and interact with a higher dimension, or not even interact with? Do you think you can enter a higher dimension for specific purposes without being higher dimensional? Also, Serious Punch Squared was concentrated and nerfed. That would only support my point more. A nerfed Serious Punch Squared can't even. But then later they barely leave a crater in the ground. Why don't they evaporate the planet every time they throw a punch? Why did the moon of Io not instantly explode the moment they landed on it? Because all the force from Serious Punch Squared was directed onto them and they were launched far away. They took all the recoil from the Serious Punch Squared. Why didn't the moon erase from existence? It just got hit by energy equal to the Serious Punch Squared. Saitama literally tries to catch a fly for a whole chapter and doesn't destroy his house by clapping air. Exactly. The dimension blades are stated to transcend dimensions. I need to take a look at that. Transcend can also mean a number of different things. Because Serious Punch Squared was made from them directly connecting their fists, but they never do it on Io. But that wouldn't matter though. You know that. They could just punch each other. Like they would generate half the energy still punching each other. Just one punch. Why doesn't one punch destroy the whole moon? Why didn't the universe get blown apart when Broly was going berserk? The same reason the One Punch Man planet doesn't blow up every time Saitama throws a punch. Same reason the One Punch Man planet didn't evaporate from existence when Saitama literally punched Cosmic Garo so hard he was defeated. The Earth survived a Cosmic Garo level attack. Did you know that? The Earth literally took a Cosmic Garo level attack to the face and was fine. The same reason why when Naruto and Sasuke fight Momoshiki, the whole planet isn't erased from existence. Same reason that when Yuha and Ichigo fight, the whole reality isn't erased from existence. They never directly punched Io. Saitama never. Actually, yeah, they did. They slammed each other into the planet. They literally slammed each other into the planet multiple times. Saitama literally punched Cosmic Garo from space and then slammed him onto the earth so hard that it shattered his face. And it just left a little crater. Love how you say you're not stating your opinion on it right now, but you're still getting attacked? On God. It's crazy. I genuinely think you're coping pro. Dude, I just said I don't have a strong opinion on it either way. I don't care if Saitama is multi-galaxy or 4D. I think those are two perfectly valid interpretations, but I haven't given my like legitimate opinion on it. I'm just saying that there's interpretation to be had. I think there's levels to it. I think there's interpretations that are more or less valid than one another, but I think arguing that there's no way to argue they're less than 4D is ridiculous. They slammed each other but never attacked Io directly. If they're punching each other, the durability would first tank that attack. No, not really. Because we saw when Saitama was fighting Garo that even though Saitama's durability is way above Garo, like anything Garo can do, Garo hit Saitama and the energy went through Saitama and destroyed a mountain. He destroyed a volcano. That attack that Monster Garo did to Saitama actually did more damage to the earth than what Saitama did when he slammed Garo into the earth. So that doesn't make any sense. Moro himself was galaxy level, verbatim stated by Whis. That is not what we said, man. That ain't what we said. Well, I think Saitama is limitless. I'm guessing you mean like limitless 4D, which is valid. I think saying Saitama is 4D is a reasonable position. Like if someone was like, yeah, I think Saitama is a universal. I think he's fourth dimensional. I'd be like, okay, cool. You know, you're not crazy. I guess that's exact, bro. Metal Knight, I want you to find the manga panel where we said Moro is galaxy level. I want to see that manga panel. I want to see those words exactly, because that's what you said, and you say that he exactly said that. That's exactly what he said, apparently. When did Saitama slam Garo into the earth? After he farted. No, as in he has no limit power-wise in any regard. Non-user, you think Saitama's like omnipotent? Yes, Saitama has infinite power directly stated in the manga multiple times. That infinite is different from omnipotence, man. Those are two different things. Unless you think Goku's omnipotent. Unless you think Perfect Cell is omnipotent in the anime. Even the narrator and even the author Even the narrator author imply that Saitama has infinite power. Not sure the author ever did that. Okay, not... You think... Wait. Infinite is just a word to exaggerate most of the time? Depends. Technically speaking, his power is limitless, but he's not all-knowing and he can't just think something and poof, so technically not... Huh? Non-user, why do you think Saitama is nigh omnipotent? What do you think about Izanagi as a counter for Chibaku Tensei? See, Chibaku Tensei is taxing. Tendo kind of just loses to base Naruto with clones after. I think... by the way, thank you for the 5 whisper. I really appreciate it. I think if he uses it near the end of the fight, like let's say Pain, like they go at it, they go the distance, they're like exhausted afterwards. Pain's like Chibaku Tensei, because for one, if Pain is using Chibaku Tensei, every other path of Pain needs to go down. So if he uses it near the beginning of the fight, here's something I kind of wish I said in the video, but like think about it like this. If Pain at the start of the fight is like Chibaku Tensei, every other Pain is going to drop to the ground. And then Itachi can just Amaterasu, the Diva Path, and call it a day. But anyway, if they like go the distance, they're both like exhausted, Pain busts out Chibaku Tensei, and Itachi goes for Izanagi, I think that's valid. But I think Izanagi at the start would kind of screw Itachi over because then he'd be missing one of his Mangekyo. I don't know if he can use Susanoo if he loses the Mangekyo, if he loses one of them. But I'm not sure. That's well, actually, Madara could still use the Susanoo despite having no eyeballs. So, yeah, you know, I think Izanagi might be a good counter for Chibaku Tensei. If Goku is omnipotent, do you agree he can one-shot Grand Beast or he can solo all angels at the same time and one-shot all of them? The calling Goku omnipotent was an exaggeration. Saying somebody in having infinite power is not equal to omnipotence. That was the joke. Perfect Cell is stated to have infinite power. Goku has feats of infinite power. How reasonable do you think Universal Naruto is for a potential interpretation? I think it's pretty valid. I mean, what? Like, it's multi-solar system or solar system level to universal. It sounds like a pretty big range, but like when you consider exactly what it's talking about, you're just debating about the exact size of the dimensions that they're destroying. Anyway, thank you for the 5 again. But for real, how you doing, Prof? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Fire Lizard Ryoku? The narrator directly says Saitama can defeat any opponent with one punch regardless of how strong they are, directly stated in Volume 2. If DB characters' statements are taken as irrefutable. Metal Knight, that was the joke. That was the joke. I was saying statements are not irrefutable. Statements can be refuted. With Goku's infinite power, he should easily be able to kill the Grand Priest. No, the Grand Priest also has infinite power. Grand Priest is above infinity. Infinity plus 1. Also, when the narrator says Saitama can defeat any opponent in one punch, that can just be like characters in the series. How exactly is he above infinity? Because he's above Goku. He's above Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell is stated to have infinite power. I know you're gonna think I'm not joking, or I know you're gonna think that I'm like being 100% serious, Metal Knight. So I'm going to clarify again to you that I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying this is what happens if you take statements 100% holistically and seriously, because Perfect Cell is stated to have infinite power. By the narrator, mind you. It's not like someone's like, oh my god, Cell's power is infinite. What are we gonna do? Like the narrator literally says that that Cell has infinite battle power. I am doing well. How are you doing, Ryoku? Non-user, what do you mean Saitama has no limit? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? No limits fallacy, bro. Depends. I want to know what he means by he canonically has no limit. Okay, so I do want to ask some people some things while we're all here, because this is going to be the last live stream of the year. But I was thinking about nigh omnipotence in a different scope, so him being nigh omnipotent would have to be near all knowing. So technically speaking, I'm wrong about him being not okay. Non-user. Let me just put it this way. Um. What tier of power? Like, do you think he's outerversal? Do you think he's hyperversal? Do you think he's multiversal? Do you think he's universal? Where do you think he scales? Narrator never says, he's only talking about characters within the series, so assuming it would be headcanon. The narrator doesn't have the narrator isn't like literal like real life God, bro. I don't know what to tell you, but the narrator, I mean, if that's true, then like every single time a character in fiction is stated to be unbeatable, then they're stated to be unbeatable in all of fiction. You know? Does the narrator know all of fiction? As in he removed his limiter? Okay, but what? Saying he removed his limiter does not mean anything. If I'm comparing Saitama to Goku doesn't have a limiter. That's something in One Punch Man. When you say he removed his limiter, what tier of power do you think that equates to? I think it's so funny, dude, when I'm like lecturing in call, or not in call, in streams, I like move my hands around. I'm gonna see if we can get someone in here to bounce stuff off of, to help bounce ideas off of, because we're not reacting to no more comments. I'm gonna get my friend Dolan here to help me. Remember when you say you're trying to stick to Hunter x Hunter and Naruto earlier? Yeah, well, you know, I am a One Punch Man YouTuber. That is the nature of things. We will be calling it a day. I'm going to get someone in here right now, but we will probably be calling it a day in about 20 minutes. Unless people keep donating more money to keep me here. Yeah, like 15, probably 15-ish minutes. We'll just chat for a little bit more. Something I wanted to ask the chat in general is, yeah, Whisper, I'm about to get to that. This is going to be the last stream for the year. So I'm going to try streaming once or twice a week every week of January and February, at least once, hopefully. So I need a lot of ideas of what to do. I know for sure we're going to react to Yaxine's, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Yaxine's dragon tier list, threat level dragon tier list. That's pathetic. I told you before to do a stream on the 25th. Dude, I'm not streaming on Christmas. I have a family, dude. What? I have a family, man. But so we're gonna do that for sure. So if anyone has ideas of like video reactions, topics, if people like, if anyone would be interested in doing like if anyone's interested in like doing like Discord fan debates or something like that, I don't know. I guess mainly videos to react to. Um, I think would be the main thing. All right, we're about to get one of my friends in here, and then I'll respond to the rest of the comments. Bro thinks I'm gonna like be like later family. I'm gonna stream right now. Going by the definition of limitless, Saitama wouldn't be bound by dimensionality, or for that matter, but he's not omnipotent, so whatever tier that's below boundless. Uh, I don't, I don't think you can prove that the limiter extends that far, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's provable. Do you agree Shibai can one shot Zeno with omnipotence, assuming statements are correct for both the series? I haven't I don't know Shibai scaling, so no, I don't know. The context of OPM and Saitama specifically removing breaking your limiter will grant you limitless power. Yeah, but limitless can mean a number of different things. Limitless does not mean beyond dimensionality. You know, Goku has no limits, so you know. Gotta react to a Pain versus Itachi vid? I can do that. I think that would be fun. When will you debunk the video made by that loony tail? I'm guessing you mean Lonk's Tales, the Saitama versus Goku video. Maybe I'll watch it, but I'm gonna assume that what he says is right. Lonk is a good guy. Lonk's I think a smart fella. How do you think each Sanin performs in the Five Kage Summit Gauntlet? I mean, my friend Thunder God actually made a video on that, which I actually just watched like last night, and think I think he was a little generous to most of the Sanin. I think he should have considered like battle fatigue a little bit more, but I think he did a pretty good analysis on it. Hold on, Dole, you're still muted for the chat. So let me get you say something real quick, Dole. I want to see how your audio sounds.
Hello.
All right, everyone can hear you. Folks, if Dole sounds a little weird here, let me know so I can adjust the audio.
So,
Saitama has many.
in the context. Go ahead, sir.
I want to finish responding to one of these and then we can start chatting. Saitama has multiple limitless power statements. Well, yeah, but so does Goku. Goku does have limits. He literally gets fodderized in every arc. Nearly only. Yeah, but then he breaks his limits.
And to be fair, Saitama had to go full power to beat Garo. So.
Yeah, Saitama had to get stronger to beat Garo. So like, no
like
limits.
Explicitly.
No limits is just a weird statement.
When they say no limits, what they more so mean is that Saitama can just grow limitlessly. Not that he has like limitless power at any given moment, because we know for a fact that Saitama can exert himself to like 100% at any given moment. Which is the same as Goku. Goku doesn't literally have like limitless power, but he can just continue to grow. Same thing with Saitama. We literally saw a chart with Garo surpassing Saitama. Yeah, Exactly. So like Saitama isn't the strong, or Saitama doesn't just have like limitless power all the time. He just has like a limitless growth rate.
Saitama's literally holding
Saitama was
back on
literally
Garo.
oh brother,
No.
oh boy.
Nah, man, no.
Read the manga. I feel like you need to. I feel like you and people who say this need to read the manga instead. Has infinite power.
Garo copied. Okay, so Garo copied his power, so that doesn't debunk Saitama having limitless power. Okay, that's fine. So Goku is stated to have limitless power, so that means everyone that beat Goku also has limitless power. That's headcanon. No, they beat Goku. They got limitless power.
Also, Saitama literally said he went all out against Garo.
Yeah, he did. He said Garo can withstand his full power. Even if he held back after the fact, he did say that Garo can handle his full power.
Yeah. He even
Gosh,
confirms afterwards is like, okay, this is what I was looking for in reference to his dream of finding a worthy opponent. The only reason he wasn't satisfied was because it cost Genesis live to get to that point. It's not that he wasn't holding back. Statements are correct as long as they are not contradicted by lore or plot. True. Statements
yeah.
are fine.
The same applies to One Punch Man.
Unlike Goku's limitless power statements, Saitama's aren't contradicted. Well, how are Goku's contradicted?
Yeah, how are
Also,
Goku's
by your
contradicted?
parameters, they are contradicted because Saitama had to go full power to be Garo.
Yeah, so there's a
Saitama never say
measurable
what.
limit.
Actually,
Saitama,
he did say it in the official translation. If by official translation you mean Viz, then yeah, he did say he went all out. Every single translation just says he goes all out, unless you're specifically trying to twist the kanji. Okay, hold on.
Saitama said his dream came true. That is true. It's fiction. A character with limitless power can go all out. Yes, we're just saying if you are going to say that's true, then the same applies to Goku. Goku is stated to be limitless 10 million times. He's stated to be limitless 10 million times. We can just say, oh, the people who beat Goku, they're also limitless. Which makes sense because like half the villains in Dragon Ball are stated to have like infinite power, boundless power, limitless power, omnipotent. Like half the I think like a
Okay, so
good half the characters in Dragon Ball have stated to like have infinite power.
I have the page up. I'll even send it to Prof. Here's what Saitama says.
Yeah, I can put it up.
Oh well, at least now I don't have to worry about going all out against a strong opponent.
Can I download this? Or is it not? Oh yeah, I can't download it.
So yeah, Saitama in both like the fanlation, the Viz translation, how exactly he's supposed to lose they have infinite power. Well, Saitama also doesn't have limitless power in the way you think.
Saitama can lose.
I mean,
Saitama
yeah, he did
Saitama
go out.
from Saitama from episode 1 of the One Punch Man anime would lose to Cosmic Garo.
A lot of statements in DBZ are hyperbolic, not all, but a lot. I mean,
Well, then
why are
say
you
the same
applying
thing about
that?
One Punch Man.
No, yeah, but like, if you're applying that skepticism to Dragon Ball, why aren't you applying the same skepticism to One Punch Man? Prof is biased against his main verse. Yo, true, Heath, you true.
What? What was it?
He said Prof is biased against his main verse.
Yeah, totally. I just hate One Punch Man. Can't you tell? Just hate One Punch Man. I hate One Punch Man, man. Ugh. Makes me so mad. I hate One Punch Man. Just can't stand it. I think Saitama might be universal. Oh, I hate it so much. I hate One Punch Man.
I'm not. There are a lot of characters in OPM that are stated to have infinite power. We only consider Saitama's statements because it is consistent with a plot and author statements. Why isn't Goku's statement consistent with his um, plot and author? I'm not sure why Goku's statements wouldn't also be consistent. Because Goku gets stronger literally every single arc. And you're applying a definition to the limitless statements for Saitama that just isn't applicable. Because Saitama doesn't have like the ability to one-shot anyone at any given point because he had to go all out against Garo to meet him. So clearly he does have some sort of cap to his power, at least at any given moment before he starts growing, which is the same thing that applies to Goku.
Because
Goku and
Goku's
Saitama can both.
Wait. He says because Goku's weaker than Beerus, literally said by the author. Well, Beerus is just Limitless Plus.
Beerus would also just like rip Saitama in half. What?
There's levels to limitlessness because for you to say that Garo is also limitless, well, Garo lost to Saitama eventually, so they're both limitless, but there's levels to limitless. So Beerus is just
From what we know,
Limitless Plus.
Saitama can be.
Limitless
Yeah.
Plus above Limitless.
From what we know, Saitama. From what we know, Saitama can be weaker than God. That's true. Never said Garo was limitless.
We're kind of talking to both of you at the same time, but non-user said that Garo, non-user Saitama is also fighting someone who copies his power, so he is basically fighting himself. That means if he's fighting himself, that means a version of Saitama lost. There's a version of Saitama that's weaker than a different version of Saitama. There's levels.
Yeah, like
if you're going to say that, then you need to acknowledge that there's levels to being limitless. There's levels to limitless power.
Yeah, like Garo at the end of the fight would like drop the Saitama that fought Boros in his neck, for example. Like if that Saitama fought that Garo, Garo would just like blink him out of existence.
By the way, we're gonna call it, unless someone donates money, we're gonna call it in 10 minutes.
I just got here.
Yeah, I know, but I have to get ready.
Brother, okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna start writing down some of the stuff that people want me to react to. Live streams. Scenes, Dragon level ranking, Itachi versus Pain videos, Satori's, Gone and
I like how you just have this game, you know.
Yeah, put it up there. Put it up there. Troop. Define levels of limitless. Like, how do they, like, are they just 1/2? No, it's just like once there's just higher levels to it, you know, just further into limitless.
Goku's been pressed by people. Well, Saitama was pressed by Garo.
Non-user. What characters with finite power? Name one of them. What's your both your opinions on Super Saiyan Gadiyan? What do you think, Dole? What do you think of Super Saiyan Gadiyan?
Like, strongest character in fiction, probably.
I don't know about that. We gotta be honest. He donated $275. He donated $279. We gotta analyze it more precisely.
Well, what were his abilities again? I think you compiled them last stream.
I think he's solo Z.
That sounds. I mean, he has Ultra Instinct, right? So that would track.
Yeah. All right. Dole's gonna take over for a minute. I'm gonna be right back. Anyway, thank you, JJ, for Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I'm gonna answer this. Respond to this. Thank you, JJ, for the 279. By the way, Vegeta. Well, Nappa was stated to have boundless power, and Vegeta's stronger than Nappa, so he's not finite. Frieza is stated to be able to destroy the universe, and the universe in Dragon Ball is endless. So Frieza is also has infinite power. Cell is stated to have infinite battle power in the anime, so Cell is limitless also. And Buu is stated to be omnipotent. So Goku, all four of these guys are actually not finite power because they all have limitless statements. And that's consistent because Goku has 1,000,000,000,000,000 limitless statements.
do show proof that Saitama was pressed by Garo. Well, the scan on screen tells you Saitama could just be lying. Why would Saitama be lying, given the fact that Garo just like murdered Genos?
Yeah,
And
Saitama's
Saitama
Saitama's
got so angry that like he nearly blew up the earth trying to like kill Garo. So I'm not sure why he would be lying.
Saitama's lying when he's talking to himself. Yeah. And in the panel after this, where Saitama's thinking in his head, he's also lying to himself. He knows that people are reading it, and he's just trying to trick them.
Yeah, I don't know. This just seems like a major cope. Like why would Saitama be lying? You would have to. It's just weird.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. Dole's gonna take over for a minute. I gotta go grab something. All right, I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Garo only stood a chance against Saitama because of mode change. Yeah, but that just means that like Saitama doesn't have literally infinite power at any given moment. Because if he had infinite power, then how would Garo be able to copy him? Then why don't they just snap all their fingers and erase everything in specified planet Star Solstice? I think that's a prof. I don't know. He literally says he held back after the fight was over, just being selective. Do you mean like when he punched Saitama or when he punched Garo down to earth? Because not killing Garo doesn't mean he was holding back. He can be going all out, but not trying to kill Garo. That's fine. Like in a boxing fight, do you think the two boxers are holding back to like any like significant degree? No, but they're also not trying to literally murder each other. So Saitama can exert his full strength without literally trying to kill Garo. There's no contradiction. Yeah, not killing someone is not holding back. Okay, you're not misunderstanding. You're not understanding. You can exert yourself to your maximum degree without wanting to kill someone. Also, that statement was only made after Saitama becomes so strong that Garo couldn't possibly keep up anymore. And Saitama had time to calm down. If I can kill someone but decide not to, I held back. Okay. You can go 100% without wanting to kill someone. It doesn't mean that Saitama wasn't punching Garo full force, because he literally says he was. No, it wasn't. It was after the fight. How is that supposed to kill him then? He only had punches in this arsenal. Well, what do you mean? Because no, okay, because if you're asking how was Saitama supposed to kill him, I think Saitama wasn't capable of one punching Garo. I think Garo was just like legitimately on Saitama's level until he started like outpacing him with growth.
All right, I'm back.
He didn't one punch Garo because he was incapable of one punching Garo. Garo was just that strong.
All right, what did I miss? I'm not gonna go back and read everything.
Well, not, yeah, Metal Knight saying that Saitama was holding back because he was trying to kill Garo.
Oh, I mean, like, even if that's true, then like, the thing is that like, he still had to use more power than he had at the start of the fight. And if you're going to argue that Saitama at every point is limitless, then that means that like, there's Garo himself would be as well. But enough
He
about
promised he
willpower.
promised Mario, no brother, not to kill him. But okay, not killing him back though.
Metal Knight, you can be at
Also, like,
full power without trying to kill someone.
yeah, like, do you think UFC fighters or boxers are like holding back in their fights? No, they're trying to win, but like, They're also not trying to kill each other. People see Saitama go berserk against Garo until he was lying with a straight face. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the hoops people jump through to say that Saitama wasn't going all out, or that he could have like secretly beaten Garo the entire time.
It is pretty bananas. Dole, what do you think I should do on the streams next month? Because I'm gonna try to stream a couple at least once a week.
Could react to some videos.
Well, yeah, I've got a couple ideas written down. Also, the narrator says Garo was only capable of observing Saitama's power. Nowhere, narrator. Metal Knight.
That's after. That's
wait.
Okay, that's after.
Hold on. He's saying what he's really saying is that nothing is true unless the narrator says it. Metal Knight. Do you think that the narrator? Do you think that something is only true if the narrator says it, and if like anything else is said that it's a lie? I think this guy's a troll, to be honest. I think this guy
Probably
might
is.
be trolling, but I'm not sure. Guess Saitama should get an Oscar for real. True.
Yeah, that was some next level acting, you know. Genos
He fooled the audience.
Literally died.
He fooled the audience. He was like he was like in case there's like people from a higher plane of reality, people from the real world, people from a higher dimension than me viewing me in the form of manga. I'm gonna like think this out in my head just to mess with them.
I think you're both the trolls, TBH. It's okay. It's actually insane to me that Saitama could fight God, and God could literally blow his arm off in the first fight, in the first exchange, and Saitama could be like bleeding profusely from every orifice and say, "Oh yeah, this is the fight I was looking for," and people would still say he's holding back. It's insane to me.
Where you anyway? Thanks for the 5. Sonic from the last stream. Let me pull up the tier list. So where am I putting Sonic from the last stream? No, non-user. We don't think you're trolling. We were saying the other guy's trolling.
Yeah, Metal Knight.
Where are you putting Sonic from the last stream, Z? Like, and you can think that Saitama's like truly limitless, but you should probably try inserting like more skepticism and like really thinking it through. Because you can just say that about a lot of different fictions, man. Let me go to Tier Maker real quick and find the template. I gotta remember how strong Supersonic Z was. We put.
What is Supersonic?
Did you watch the tier list live stream?
Not all of it. I watched some of it. I know about Super Saiyan God Iron, but not
Supersonic Z is when was like, I gotta get Sonic above Yai, and he started donating to give Sonic power ups. Supersonic Z is like he's like a pre-Io Saitama rival. So I'd say Sonic is probably beating up Perfect Cell, but not handling the Buu Saga.
Who would win between Black Frieza and Beerus? I think, okay, in my heart, I want to Black Frieza, but probably Beerus at this point. Because the only statement for Frieza's power right now is he's almost as strong as the God of Destruction. So.
Can you react to 6-minute video new One Punch Man scaling as people cooked by Dr. Splash, please? Oh. Hold up. I think the live stream might have crashed out. Maybe.
You can't really. Oh.
Let's see. Am I still live or not? It says I am.
I'm really excited to share one of my most.
Whoa, that was loud. Yeah, it says I'm live.
Oh.
Oh.
You can't compare Saitama and UFC fighting.
Oh. Hold on, I want to answer this. Adam Hunt, can you react to new One Punch Man scaling as people cooked by Dr. Splash? I'll see. Maybe. Okay, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So you're responding to this guy. Who's your okay? I assume that's who's your whatever. You can't compare Saitama and UFC fighters. Saitama accidentally one-shot people. UFC fighters ain't doing that, so of course they're going to be way less wary of holding back. Okay, the point of my analogy is that UFC fighters can be like exerting themselves near their maximum or at their maximum in order to like win a fight as best as possible, but still not be trying to kill the other opponent, right? So that's what Saitama can be doing. Saitama can be exerting himself as much as possible, but still not want to kill Garo because he knows Garo can take it. That was the point of the analogy. Do you
I
think
don't think any.
Grand Priest can one shot Zeno?
We
Go
don't
ahead,
know.
sorry.
We don't. I was just answering that. We don't know. We don't know if Grand Priest can one shot Zeno or not. Zeno is just stated to be like the strongest, but maybe if Grand Priest has
Yeah.
secret powers we don't know about. Um, I don't think Saitama or any character for that matter can for that matter solos fiction BTW. Well, there is one character out there in fiction who solos the rest of
Every
fiction. There's I don't know
however
who it is.
Goku.
I don't know who it is, but there is like the strongest character in all of fiction is out there somewhere, and he can probably solo the rest of fiction. But I don't know. I don't know who it is.
It's Superman.
Maybe some version of him, but I don't think so.
Favorite OPM character, Garo.
Yeah, Garo's my favorite. Every stream ever is gonna have. Yeah, no, it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna bring it up. I blame non-user.
Does DBZ Goku actually beat Saitama? Wins. Buu Saga Goku probably beats Saitama. Yeah.
I don't want to answer that, to be honest. I'm gonna keep that to myself for now. How strong actually is Beerus? Stronger than Goku by some unknown degree.
He's
Who is stronger, Beyonder, pre-retcon, or Saitama? Nothing about the Beyonder except for the fact that he's probably beating Saitama.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the Beyonder probably is just based on the fact he sounds like one of those OP comic characters, and comic characters be stupid. So
Oh snap! Okay.
Saitama's 40 and
By the way, gang, we've got 3 minutes before we're gonna call it a day. Unless people start sending in mad donos, then we might stay a little bit longer. But the latest I can stay is like 4. Right now it's 4:20. The latest I can stay is like 4:40 ish. But I'll probably call it a little bit early unless people start dropping mad donos.
Manga DBZ heavily in feats.
Saitama's 4D measurable speed. I don't know about measurable speed, but 4D I think is pretty valid. It's a valid interpretation. I mean, you can run a measurable speed, I guess. Does Hisoka after death solo the Phantom Troop? No, he's not taking them all at the same time.
Strongest DBZ. Yeah, you go for it.
Low balled, perfect cell, high balled, everyone.
Highball Saitama probably just the Buu Saga outright.
Where do you
Where would you scale Saitama?
Anywhere. He's either like multi-galaxy or he's 4D, like baseline 4D.
Itachi can be. What's the strongest OPM character Itachi can be?
The strongest opium character Itachi can be. Itachi's like he scales to Biju. He's probably a couple times faster than the light.
And the Biju are like country.
They're like multi-continental.
Oh. In that case, Itachi might slap up Boros then.
The thing is with Itachi is he has really OP hacks. And to be honest, like
that's the thing.
I'm gonna say if they can't blitz him, then any One Punch Man character is getting folded. To be honest, even Saitama might lose to Saitama just because Saitama in character will stand there and take a Tsukuyomi, and like Saitama does not have any mental resistance feats as of now. Emphasis on as of now. You could make the argument he could break out of it, considering he could break in and out of Phoenix Man's mental space, but
Phoenix Man's mental space isn't really like
a
what's the
universal
word?
construct where he has domain over all the laws of
All
physics and time and reality.
yeah. And it's not even like traditional manipulation because like Phoenix Man wasn't literally manipulating Jadambra's mind, he was just trying to convince him inside there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cosmic Garo performed a higher dimensional feat, which was overloading hyperspace gates. Um, is hyperspace gates the correct translation?
I believe so. Let me check Viz as well. Because if it's also in Viz and like
No, Viz is subspace gates. Viz for sure says subspace
subspace
gates.
gate, I can ask the translation team later then, but I assume it would be. It can also be translated to subspace gates. Yeah, I checked it myself. Yeah, but I have faith in like the Fanlations team's translation. Is the graph realistic showing Saitama is twice as strong as Garo now? He's probably a lot stronger than just twice as strong. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like an exponential growth, not just like um by a couple times.
Going by your
Fizz says
logic,
suspect. Yeah,
would you agree Itachi can one shot Goku by Tsukuyomi? Um, hmm, Goku actually does have mental mind resistance feats. By the way, I don't. If I said Itachi would one shot Saitama, I don't. I didn't mean to say he could one shot him. I just meant like Saitama would probably stand there and get hit by it. Though it is possible he could beat him. Though Goku does actually have more mental mind resistance feats that Saitama doesn't. But so I'm not too sure.
yeah.
Goku can create like ultra realistic like mental simulations in his head.
Saitama over DBZ Goku? Probably at this
Maybe,
point.
maybe. How fast is the Dimension Slash? At least MFTL.
Yeah. When will you
When
start reading Boruto? It's time he starts getting omnipotent.
I'm okay. I'm okay, man. Thanks. Goku actually has
Me when I
electric
read Boruto.
resistance.
I don't think Saitama's universal yet. I mean, like, the arguments are getting a lot more solid for universal Saitama at this point.
Yeah, so we're not really saying one way or the other. We're just saying it's possible.
Where would you scale him?
Earlier,
Cell
non-user
thinks he's
said
like,
Monster Guard performed a higher dimensional feat by breaking the God Seal. We don't. That's not how that works, bro. We don't know how the God Seal works. The God Seal could just be the planet itself. It could be like a Bojack situation. He's confirmed universal.
well, Saitama
Confirmed is iffy. Confirmed is iffy, man.
eventually be stronger than Goku after he fights God. He's gonna be insane. Um, I'll be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Saitama. Right, he's getting a lot of crazy feats really fast.
All right, gang. We're gonna be calling it a day in a minute. If anyone wants to get their last questions in, we'll be calling it.
Since Saitama's galaxy level before exponential growth, do you think it's possible post exponential growth he can perform uni feats? Like finite universal feats, maybe, because like, if his growth is exponential, then he could probably cross like the finite gap there is between like galaxy and universal, right?
I think exponential growth is a weird. It's taken too literally sometimes. Like I don't think Saitama, because if you're gonna say okay, Saitama squared his own power, it's like Saitama times Saitama. like by what metric are they basing that on? You know, is it how many jewels are in each Saitama punch? Is it 10 quintindecillion, like an uncountably number of 0 joules, times an uncountably number of 0 joules because multi-galaxy levels are a ridiculous number? Or is it like, it's weird. I think
The only really
exponential could just
real metric we have
something
is the
about
graph.
something about exponential that people don't realize is that exponential can kind of just mean like the rate is increasing. So like let's say okay, Saitama's getting 2 times stronger every second, and then after that he starts getting 3 times stronger every second. And then he starts getting 4 times stronger every second. That's another way exponential works, and that's what the graph kind of supports. That the rate was just increasing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Could a measurable speed be the answer to how Empty Void created 7 slashes? No, he just cut multiple times. That's like saying Atomic Samurai has immeasurable speed because he cut Rhino Wrestler multiple times with one sword.
Well, don't tell that to Grant.
Oh God, I don't know. Wait, I want to send a donation right quick. Oh man, you gonna keep me in the running?
Oh brother.
I'm warning you right now, JJ. I want you to keep donating. I want you to keep giving your money, but the limit is 10 minutes from now. I'm gonna let you know right now.
King versus Saitama, who wins?
Obviously, King. Do we even need to
Yeah.
get into that? King versus Mr. Satan. I think Mr. Satan will win.
$13.
Dang! JJ back at it again. Good debate for current saying Gotti Iron. Let me think. He's a Dragon Ball Z soloer.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's nobody.
Maybe like.
Actually, you know what? I think just
Maybe
him
Golden.
in general versus Dragon Ball Z might be a good debate because like if you had like every single Dragon Ball Z character like lined up against each other or like composite Dragon Ball Z, and then you have like you've got like Goku with like all of Vegeto's hacks, with like Boo's super regeneration, with like Babidi's mental manipulation. That might be a crazy fight. Super Saiyan Gotti
Yeah.
Iron versus like Mega 10 million Potara Dragon Ball Z would be the greatest battle of all time.
Yeah. Being real, how strong is King if all is correct?
Moon level.
Strong.
That's what Flash
Like.
said.
Oh yeah, Flash did say that.
People downplay Saitama's growth.
Still weaker than
Tatsumaki
Tatsumaki though, which is funny.
I mean, Tatsumaki's small planet level. King is moon level. There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he does the cut by manually dragging it across the landscape. Yeah, he would just cut multiple times. He's like, if you're fast enough physically speaking, then like you can like cut so fast it looks like it's done in an instant. You know, Atomic Samurai does it. Even
Especially when he
does it. You know.
I mean, he also has 2 blades, which would Blast versus Boros, who wins? Blast beats his ass.
just realized I still have the... Still got the Garo thing up there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Blast wins. I mean, well, Boros can't even beat, so I'm not sure what you're expecting. I think the most you can argue is that Boros maybe punches harder than Blast. But even then, that's like...
I don't know. I don't know if
like,
Boros would like... I don't know, bro. Blast like looked at the gamma ray burst and was like, "All right, I think I can scrap with that."
it's true. But like that's the most you can say for Boros. Like raw strength, he is stronger than Blast. But Blast is faster, smarter, could just teleport him elsewhere, yada yada.
Whisper,
Yo,
thank you for the
$5,
5.
Whisper.
What ranks disaster levels would you generally give Naruto's war arc characters? I mean, can you don't have to donate for every single character, but can you be more specific? Well, I mean, most of them would be S rank or dragon, and then like
Yeah.
with the six paths characters, they'd be god. I think that's pretty
I mean,
straightforward. I can't think.
Nope.
I genuinely cannot think of an important Naruto character that would be ranked below dragon.
Most of the war arc characters are stronger than the Akatsuki, right?
The important ones: Kakashi,
Yeah.
Minato, Hashirama, Tobirama, Naruto, Sasuke, Itachi is like top level Akatsuki character. Like not everybody.
Yeah, they definitely don't.
I don't think War Arc
Bare
Saga
minimum,
could solo the
they
Akatsuki,
definitely-
but you know.
But she punched Kaguya.
Yeah, that's
bro.
like the end. That's like I don't know if that counts as the War Arc for most people.
Oh well, okay.
She got like
I'll read Naruto.
she got like a big amp between that.
Saitama's growth is faster than Goku. Probably not even true.
Well, I don't know. Goku's growth is kind of inconsistent. Goku can be like fighting Beerus and be
I mean,
like,
at least
"Rah! 50 times amp and base, rah!" You know, like he can get mad and be like, "Rah! Super
least,
Saiyan
I mean,
1
like in the
base form." But
in
then,
the tournament of power, it gets silly.
I mean, even in the tournament of power, like I'm gonna be real. Like if Goku could just like get 50 times stronger in an instant, like that shit was not happening with Jiren. You know.
Shouldn't God level be far above planet? God level is just a threat to human, which is like, I don't know. I guess you have to be stronger than Tatsumaki in order for
You
Blast
gotta
to
be stronger
interfere.
than Boros offer it because Boros was questionably god level. But I think the six paths characters can comfortably be considered god level. Because like they're basically like Boros level in terms of power, but then they just have ridiculous hacks that nobody can counter.
You can argue Goku got up level.
That's what I'm saying. Is it's so weird.
And then it's weird because like you have like baseline Blue Kaioken Goku, not even like times 10 or times 20 fighting Super Saiyan Kefla, who's like explicitly compared to the Spirit Bomb. So it's weird.
All right, guys, we are gonna be calling it a day in a minute. Like I said, this will be the last stream of the month of the year, actually. But January and February, I'm gonna try to stream at least once a week, maybe twice a week. Just depends. If anyone wants to get into any last minute questions or anything like that, then drop them right now. Guys got
How
a couple
strong?
minutes.
How strong is Boruto? I feel like it's hard to scale. Boruto, I think, like walk up to Kaguya, stare at her, and then she just dies. That's like the level of power cliffing Boruto has at this point.
Yes, correct. That is all true. Non-user. Why do you think Armored Boros is planet level? Huh?
I feel like the only way you can get that is like Saitama's growth is faster than Broly as well, and I don't know about that. Broly's growth was stupid. He went from weaker than base Vegeta to like Super Saiyan Gogeta level in like what, like 40 minutes? Broly got like a fusion level increase in like 4. Insane.
More than a fusion level increase.
Could Boruto be Boros? Probably.
Yes. Yeah, probably he would.
At least based on what I'm hearing. Because Boruto horrendously slams every character, so.
Being above Naruto Shippuden top tiers is kind of just like outside of Boros' pay grade, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. It's funny that like literally the first Boruto villains, Ishiki and Momoshiki, who are like already stated to be stronger than Kaguya, like off rip.
The moon jump was multi-continental and the ship withstood it, yet Armus Boros wasn't concerned with affording the ship being destroyed.
That's not planetary.
That's not planetary, bro. That's
The,
high-end multi-continental. Or like maybe
the,
moon
the
level.
difference between multi-continental and planetary gargantuan.
All right, everyone. We are going to be calling it a day now. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned for next month's live stream. We should be uploading hopefully 2 more videos before the end of the month. So stay tuned for those. I'm not going to say what they are. But stay tuned to those. And have a good one. Thank you for all the donations, guys. And I will see you guys next time.
All right, see you guys.